welcome to a Craz cafe. And I actually have coffee this week. The thing is, I've just run out of coffee and there wasn't quite enough to make a nice strong cup, so it's really weak. But what can you do? So, what have I done this month? Readathon, Slay That series happened, and there's a vlog up on my channel, the last video I made. And another Readathon is starting tomorrow. And I have been reading so much because I want to finish the book, or one of the books that I didn't finish from Slay That series. And move your ass. Yeah, I've been reading so many pages today. I just want to get it finished before Mysteries in March starts. I could do it. I could do it if I put my mind to it. But am I really going to put my mind to it? I don't know. Oh, at the beginning of March, I wrote down like 3 goals that I wanted to achieve in the month. And yes, there's still a week left of this month, but it's close enough. It's close enough to the end of the month. Where did I write it? Aha! I even dog-eared the idiot. Okay, the things I wanted to do in March was, 1, keep my room tidy. I mean, it's way better than it has been in recent weeks and months, but it's not what I'd call tidy. It's heavily cluttered is how I would describe it. It's not very, it's not a little clutter, it's significant clutter, but it's not a mess like I'm usually having to live with. Get in a better sleep routine. I've done that actually. I have completed the sleep routine. And the third thing was watch more anime. And I have watched a bit of anime. I started watching one that sort of I thought would be okay. It's called Diabolic Lovers. Basically the premise is a young girl is sent to a big mansion where there are 5 vampire brothers living there, and they all want something from her. And we know what that something is. They say it's blood. It's a bit more than blood. I was prepared to accept a little bit of misogyny. I was prepared to just let that slide and keep watching it if the story was good enough, and I found a bunch of misogyny, but I thought, no, they're vampires, they're evil, soulless creatures of the night. They're gonna be misogynistic. I'll let that slide. But then it just got too weird, and I was like, I'm out. No, goodbye. But then yesterday, I started watching another anime called Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April? It's something like that. I don't know. I've watched one episode and it seems cute. There's weird stuff in it too, but it's cute, weird stuff, not really that vampire one. There was one like baby vampire boy who hugged a teddy bear and had really wide haunted eyes and oh no no, it's not good, guys. Also something about anime. If you can't see nipples, everything's fine. I don't know, but it's so weird seeing breasts with no nipples. That's no. But apparently that's legal to see uncensored. I guess it is censored. Yeah. Okay. So, what do I want to do for April? I want a couple of like self-help things for me to be a more organised person. And then one I just want for fun, for me, indulgent. So what do I want to do in April? Maybe I'll do this off screen and just tell you about it in a month. How about that? Oh, gosh. I'm just so like burnt out from reading. I've been trying to finish reading my book so that I can start a new one tomorrow and finish that in a week. And I've still got 2 books that were not part of the readathons that I haven't finished, but I've been reading Felicia Day's book, and I'm like a chapter and a half away from finishing it, but I had to put it down because of Slay That Series. But I don't want to rush to read that before. I want to take my time with that. And also, do you remember way back in Booktober, I had to put down Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell because of that it wasn't part of. It's a big book that I can't read in a week, and Booktober is read 1 book a week for the month. And I put that down in October, and I have not touched it since. And I looked at it the other day, and I very helpfully stopped reading it in the middle of a chapter. And I don't know. Part of me feels like it's been long enough that I should just like put it away and try and read it again at some point, like from the beginning. But I'm over 300 pages through a 1,000-page tome. That's like a whole novel worth of pages that I've read that I would just have to give up on. But I feel like if I just pick up where I don't know. I really shouldn't stress about it, should I? It's reading. It's my hobby. It should not be something that stresses me out. And most of the time it doesn't. But when I think about it, it really does. I don't know. I just watched an episode of Buffy before filming this because I needed a break from reading because I need to read like 170 pages before midnight so that I can start Mysteries in March tomorrow. So I thought I need a break. I'm going to watch Buffy. And it was an episode that I have not seen in quite a few years. And I didn't realise how many feels it would invoke in me. Oh man. I love that show. If you haven't watched Buffy, I feel sorry for you. That show was my adolescence. It was kind of my childhood. I watched it way too young. 20 years ago that show started. Like it was the 20th anniversary a few weeks ago. No, 20? Or was it 19? It was 19 years ago that the first season aired in the US. So I I started watching Buffy when I was 8 because I definitely remember seeing the first season episodes from the first season when they aired in the UK. I was 8. That's weird. That's weird. That's way too young to watch Buffy. No, I guess it wasn't, because I'm fine. I was fine with it. My parents didn't like it, but that never stopped me. I don't know. Oh dear. I keep chewing on my lips. I don't know why. I just like sit there biting on it. Ugh. Guess it's just a nervous habit. Okay, am I nervous? I don't think I'm nervous. Do you think I'm nervous? I think this is awkward, but you know, a few weeks ago I thought next time I do this I'll write down little bullet point notes to talk about, just in case, just to avoid the silences of me staring off, thinking what to say. But that didn't happen. Whenever I do a video, I always think, oh, I'm just gonna like loosely script it to say. No, never happens. Never happens. It's always just done straight. Which is usually fine because I can edit it. It's sometimes difficult to edit when I'm just rambling. But I can't edit this. So we just have to live with it. I didn't even check what the time was when we started. So I don't know. We could have been going for half an hour and I wouldn't know. My battery life wouldn't last half an hour. Okay, no meltdown. No meltdown. My streaming has been okay. My streaming has not been so great. The game I'm playing while I'm streaming is amazing. I'm always gonna say that I think Bioshock, like Bioshock 1, is, I don't know. I feel like that is my favourite game, but this one, I don't know. I mean, Bioshock has a great story, but The Last of Us has great storytelling and great gameplay. It's really cool. And oh boy, I feel like I'm getting. I have no idea how long this game is because I've been playing for 14 hours and I take a long time to play the game, but I've heard people say, oh, it's only 11 hours long. Like, how 11 hours? How did you get through? Maybe they're better gamers than me. Maybe they don't die 1,000 times. But I haven't really had a level that's been that challenging that I've like died repeat. I mean, I've had 4 or 5 deaths, sure, but I haven't had crazy levels that I've been stuck on. And you can check it all out at Craz Games on YouTube. I hate doing that. I hate like plugging myself, but I feel like to some degree you have to, because I don't know, it makes me feel bad. What I did try and what I've seen other people do, which I did do like a couple of times, but I just don't like doing it because it doesn't work, is that you go to other people's YouTube channels and say, hey guys, check out my stuff at this link, and no. I feel like you'd get better results if you just left like a nice comment or an engaging thought, and that might lead people to look at your page. But no, I hate plugging myself. I'll send out a tweet to a video or a Tumblr post. I do that, but I just hate the whole networking thing, the like fake, I don't know. But it's something I'm going to have to get used to, because I have sort of something in the works which I'm planning, and I'll have to do publicity stuff for it, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh dear. I'm really not in a good shape to do this right now. My eyes are puffy. I'm tired. Readathons stress me out, even though they shouldn't. And I keep telling myself it's supposed to be fun. Don't judge yourself by other people's judging myself by other people's standards. When you want to break from reading and you think, oh, I'll go to Twitter to just, I don't know, to avoid reading. And it's been like an hour and someone, like, you've read 15 pages and you feel really proud of yourself, and then you look at someone else and they're like, oh, I've read 50. And you're like, how do you read that fast? I don't know how people can read so fast. I read really slowly. I don't know how they can just boom, skim through it, and I don't know how. I watched a vlog of one girl, and while she was waiting in a vet's office, she read 200 pages. How do you do that? How bad is this vet that you had time to read 200 pages? It would take me, if I really tried, I could read 200 pages in a day. I wouldn't enjoy it because my eyes would hurt. But how do you read 200 pages while you're waiting in a vet's office or a dog groomer's or whatever it was? How do you do that? I don't know. I can't do that. But I have been super lazy with reading for well over a year. And it's not that I've been in a slump. People say, oh, it's this reading slump. Yes, you're in a reading slump, but you have put yourself in the reading slump. It's you who is lazy. Or maybe you're not lazy, but you are like not reading the right book right now. And you are making the choice to not read. That is okay, fine. I'm not I'm not guilt tripping anyone. It's me. I am the one who's being deliberately lazy and avoiding things. It's that pressure of like, you're so like, I'm just looking at my bookshelves. So many books that I haven't read, and I'm just like so stressed out, but that how many hours of reading that will take for me to read all these books that I've bought over the years. But instead of doing that, you can pick up the book and read. You dumb. I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to you. I'm not attacking you. But it's something to consider if you are thinking similar things. Just like my sleeping pattern. Like, you can blame it on insomnia all you want, but the fact is, you can shut your computer down at like midnight instead of watching videos on YouTube until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It's a choice you're making. It's just I'm making. Of being an idiot. It's weird that something I said in my Slay That Series vlog was that my attention span is severely reduced in recent years. Like, I used to be able to concentrate on things so much better 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but at the same time, my attention span for other things has increased. Like I can watch, it's the passive activities. It's like watching stuff. It's because when you're reading, you are actively world building in your head. It's like people say that reading's a passivity. It's not. It's an activity. You're actually doing something in your brain space. I get it's the same with video games actually. Like video games, like you are doing things. You're like puzzle solving and strategizing and all that stuff. But if you play a game from like the first generation PlayStation, if you play a PS1 game, like a little kiddie game like Spyro or something, it's kind of harder than playing something like Uncharted, because people's attention spans are just like, ooh, and they don't want to spend hours killing a boss, like weeks and months stuck on a boss fight, which is what we have done like in the past. Like 20 years ago, that's what we were doing. We were spending weeks trying to get this boss, trying to take him down, and really it just comes down to luck. When things are reduced to quick time events, if things take more than like 3 or 4 attempts to do it, we just like rage quit and shut it off. What was I talking about? Attention spans. Yeah. I think there was a point in there somewhere. Let me check the time on this, because I have been rambling significantly. Let me see. 21 minutes. Okay, right. Thank you for watching. I'm going to actually bullet point things to talk about next week. And if you want to check out my YouTube gaming channel, Craz Games. If you want to check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Crazface, Friday evenings at 8 PM GMT. I don't know what time it is in your time zone, but we have this really cool thing called Google.